And welcome to another game of the MNFL. Here on YouTube, we have the Dreadknots versus the Canton Tigers in what will be the second straight international game in a row. This one being played, of course, in the game at 1 o'clock rather than, however late that last one was. All of these are going to be uploaded in the same day. The Tigers coming out in their alternates for this game. So obviously they got to feel a little bit confident about going to town here in Canton, their home field advantage. We'll see how that favors them as we'll head in to this one in just a moment. I still have my good friend and highlight manager. You can call him that if you'd like. I just call him Ice Storm. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
All right. That's probably going to get put on a t-shirt sometime or another. But here we go. It's going to be the Tigers, I do believe, getting the ball first. So, without further ado, watch them get to work. Undefeated team right there. Paris going to go ahead and kick this off to start our game. And the Tigers receive at about the 4-yard line. A great job on special teams to hold them just back far enough there where he doesn't get to the 25. Jameis Winston, 40 for 55, 450 yards, 3 tutties, but what's holding him back is 5 INTs already. So definitely something to look out for in this game. At the time of making this video, the inactives list was just published heading into this week. Nick Chubb, 17 rushes, 74 yards, and a touchdown last week. He seemed to have sat out a lot of that game, but they were able to make something out of it. Winston out of the under center, looking Jerry Jeudy nearly catching that ball for what would be a huge gain for the Tigers. It results in 3rd and 7. Jameis Winston in the empty set. Looking to throw. Pressure. And just doesn't get this one off to Nick Chubb very right at all. 4th and 7 for the Tigers.
Wow, what a 3 and out.
Yeah, 3 and out for the Tigers to start off. Not a good look, especially as they just shown off their alternate unis for the first time. As we'll see Paris on their first drive as the visiting team. Of course, take a look at their quarterback, Drew Lock. He's 50%, 30, 60, 300 yards, touchdown to his name, and I believe 2 INTs before it switched off. So going under center, handoff. Similar to the Nick Chubb run, we got Tyrone Tracy Jr. Last week, he had 58 yards and just 12 rushes. So obviously couldn't get the job done there, but it was one of the funner games to watch last season. As we'll see what they do on 2nd and 6. They get it out to the tight end. A great work getting back to it on defense. Way to support your teammates, I guess is what I should have said. As it'll be 3rd and 3. Lock going under center. And the handoff. And there he is, the man of the hour, J.O.K. He was the one of the linebackers, excuse me, good night, who led the league in tackles last, and the Paris Dreadknots will face the same fate as the Tigers, and they'll have to take this one and give it right back to Canton. Great
What's
job
funny is
on
the
the special
Tigers
teams
are
right
undefeated.
there as well. Yeah, the Tigers are undefeated. I mean, sometimes you don't like that being said when you have a tie, but I mean, you still are, in fact, considered undefeated. You didn't lose a game. Well, you didn't really win a game neither, but we'll see what happens here. Winston taking a shot, intercepted, and the problems continue heading into week 3, as that is the first turnover of the game going to Micah McFadden. Huge interception there to start off what will be the Dreadknots' second. And wow, that was a disaster right there. A little later, and he would have had his receiver instead. It'll be Drew Lock, Tracy Jr., and his wide receivers taking the field at the 27. Truly a horrible sight to see. I mean, this defense already backed up almost into red zone territory. Offense looking to get past that. They will, and it's going to be a first down inside the 15 to the 12. And the Paris Dreadknots are making their way towards the end zone early here. Slayton on that last catch. They're now in the red zone and deep in it. As they'll go handoff here. Tyrone Tracy Jr. gets stopped right at the line. Quite the brick wall on that right side of the field. You see Myles Garrett back there and JOK, and it's not a good look. On offense, there's a screen pass, which will not go very far, but it will be 3rd and 6. Injury timeout being taken for one of the Dreadnoughts players. We'll get you the update on that after the game, and of course at the end of the week, as I'll run through the injury list again. Checking up on all the players. Myles Garrett getting the pressure at JOK, nearly had his second pick 6 of the season. And the Dreadnoughts are forced to take 3 here. Wow. What a stand on defense. I mean, I know they let up that first huge throw to get them into red zone territory, but way to rebound after that. Now, the one team you do want to see rebound here is the Tigers. Heading into this next drive, it'll be their 3rd. Immediately started the 2nd drive with an interception. So Jameis Winston really got to watch himself here, as they do have that X factor in the backfield, though. They could go to him. They're going to stick with Winston, and he'll get it off to none other than David Njoku. And it'll be 2nd and 5 at the 32 now. Here is Jameis Winston once again. Looking to throw. Winston stays in there, and he's got a first down to David Njoku. Back-to-back completions for the star tight end. And we'll see what they can do here at the 37. Handoff to Nick Chubb. And Chubb will get 2 yards, making it 2nd and 8 at the 39. See trips at the top of the screen there. And a flag. So the false start going to set him back 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe that is not Joe Batonio, but Jedrick Wills setting that one off. Handoff to the backup, and he's got a pretty solid gain, Nyheim Hines, to make it 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7 coming here at the 40-yard line. Winston looking to throw, and he's got it to Jerry Jeudy before he gets blasted. First down, Tigers. So taking a look here, Jerry Jeudy on a comeback route. Cornerback can't get there. Cornerback, okay, can't get back there fast enough, so that's what they have to end up settling for. Here's a handoff to Nick Chubb. Chubb will go for a gain of 2. And he'll be slow getting up, but he's Gonna be all right. 2nd and 8. Past the 50 in the enemy territory at the 47. Winston gets this to David Njoku, and it's caught. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 43. So they've converted on a bunch of 3rd downs already. We'll see if they can capitalize on this one as well. Winston looking to throw. Pressure. He's going to go down.
Buried in the backfield.
4th and 18. A huge TFL right there. A sack by Brian Burns. Man, this guy had one heck of a sack game the last time they played, which I believe was in Paris. And resuming action here to make it 4th and 13 at the 43-yard line. And a huge kick by Bojorquez will end up going back to the 20. So Drew Lock looking to get his team back in scoring range, as they stack at the top of the screen. Handoff. Slips through a couple of defenders there, and he'll have a gain of 3. Thornhill on the tackle. And these two teams very close in yardage to one another, as it'll be 2nd and 7 here for the Dreadknots. Looking to throw. Lock down the field, and it's dropped. JOK in coverage. And man, oh man, would that have been a nice little completion down the field for the Dreadknots. So 3rd and 7. They'll get it off here, and it's going to be a 1st down to keep the drive moving. We just seen number 17, Robinson, go out a minute ago. And also another thing I forgot to mention at the start of this game, Denzel Ward's getting a lot of looks from his head coach. They said they're going to use him as more of a run protector. So just be cautious towards that in this game, as that is going to be a big tackle right there for the Tigers. Only a yard on that play, as it'll be 2nd and 9 at the 33. Handoff to Tracy Jr., and he'll only gain a few, about 2 yards, to make it 3rd and 7 once again, this time at the 35. So now Locke looking to throw.
Myles Garrett right there.
Garrett. Oh my gosh, they got him! 1st down. Dreadknots, and it's Darius Slayton. Denzel Ward, a little unsure about what just happened for him there, and we'll hit triple zeros in the 1st quarter. 3-0. Your Dreadknots up 3-0. Tigers still looking for a rebound. So looking at this right now, Drew Lock seems to be the better quarterback here in this game, as he's led his team into enemy territory here at the 49. Lock going to hand it off here, though, and Tracy Jr. will end up taking it to the 47. 2-yard gain sets him up 2nd and 8. Lock going under center. Looking to throw. Pass is caught on a slant. Huge play right there by Robinson. Sets him up with a 1st down at the 35. So now the Tigers in a situation where they would need a turnover here, and they have not been able to run, but they'll pick up 4 here. No 1st downs off of any runs, I don't think, so far for the Dreadknots. The run game not very efficient, of course, for them. They'll hand it off again, though, and they'll go to the line of scrimmage before getting stopped by, guess who? JOK. Where it'll be 3rd and 6 at the 31-yard line. Lock looking to throw. Pressure, and he goes down. Tomlinson getting in there for the sack. And this is going to force a very lengthy field goal. About 50, no. Yeah, 55 yards out. Kick is up. It is no good. Tigers retain.
Wow.
And wow, look at that. A missed field goal for the Dreadnoughts. Obviously not happy about it on the sideline. But these Tigers on the other side of the field certainly are. 1st and 10 at their own 45 to start off. Handoff to Nick Chubb. Chubb, he's got a lane. Cruises through a defender. He's got a first down. Oh, hold on, though. Nick Chubb is going to head to the locker room. That's not a good sight for Tigers fans. He's that X Factor running back that you usually look forward to starting a game. We'll see what's going on because he had problems in week 2 as well. Certainly hope it's not a re-injury as Jerome Ford will go forward for one game. It'll be 2nd and 9. Winston firing. One-handed grab by David
Ooh,
Njoku.
what a nice catch by him.
That was a pretty impressive one. We've seen a couple like that, but wow. That
With
was
such
truly
ease,
impressive.
too.
Yeah. And usually you don't see that at a tight end. Jerome Ford
Nick
will be
Chubb.
taken
Wait, no.
down.
That's Run for it. Okay.
Yeah, Nick Chubb just went out. So maybe get a little bit in the game here, guys.
Hopefully. Yeah. All I see was the
4th
number
and
4, and I was like, eh.
oh, hold on. They're gonna take their field
Ooh.
goal here from
See if they
about
can make it.
50 out.
Dustin
Kick is up.
Hopkins.
Hopkins
And no
misses.
good.
Of course, you have Watson holding the ball, but my oh my, that is no excuse. Good night. Missed that one just a little off there, and they'll
Wow.
have it at the 41. So let me correct myself now. It was a 51-yard field goal that they missed, and Tomlinson
Oh.
getting back there.
Tracy, 10
Wow.
for 13. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 10 rushes for 13 yards doesn't look too particularly good on your stat sheet, as he'll improve it a little bit as he gets up for a gain of about, we'll say 9. It'll be 3rd and 2 at the 49 now in their own territory. Lock, handoff, and he'll get past for a first down to the 47 on the opposite side. So, way to keep the drive alive here for the Dreadknots. Of course, we've seen a back-to-back missed field goals. Not the first time I've seen it, though. Of course, Ice, we know about that. As Locke
Yup.
drains this one
Oh.
downfield, and
Oh.
Drew Locke, yeah, misses the throw, and Denzel Ward right there in coverage to make it 2nd down
Ray
for the
Lewis?
Dreadnoughts. Uh-oh, 3rd down as, oh my goodness, look at this, man. That number 57 right there, he is a tough cookie.
He
Tough
is
cookie.
something.
3rd and 10. Garrett fighting
Oh,
off,
Drew Lock.
trying to get past, and he
Oh.
can't. First down, Dreadnoughts. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that is Malik Neighbors. It is.
Yep, Malik Neighbors.
And by the way this game is going so far, I
Look
think,
at that. Right there.
yeah,
So open.
good ball placement, I would like to add. Very good ball placement right there. You don't want to overlead him to where it's a hospital ball, and you don't want to underthrow him,
Oh,
and
and he
that is a
drops that.
huge hit by Delpit, one of the more physical safeties in the league, as it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 29. Under center is Drew Lock. Handoff, and that is going absolutely nowhere. Denzel Ward getting back there
Stuck
for
in
the
the backfield.
TFL, and he is certainly living up to the expectations from his coaches this week. as it'll be 3rd and 12. Both teams struggling past this point. Looking to throw. He's going deep! Incomplete!
Ooh,
Thornhill with
got him.
a hand on it. And oh my. That could have
Imagine
spelled disaster if he didn't underthrow it. This one's going to be a little closer than the rest of the field goals they've tried. It'll
Oh,
be
here
a
we go.
48-yarder. Kick
Can
is
he
up.
make it?
It is good.
Good. Let's go.
So, I'm sure you remember if you're watching this video after looking at the highlights, the
I will.
58-yard field goal is the most any kicker has made in this league yet, as
There's
it'll be
about to be a
first down at the
lot of.
31.
There about to be a lot of field goals for this highlight. I'm even probably gonna even put some of the ones that they miss on here, 'cause why not? As
Yeah,
a
I mean
joke
that's a
too.
huge part of the game, so you almost have to, as
I
Jerome Ford
do,
will
and
get to. Sorry, go ahead.
just to say what I do for highlights, I mainly do the scores and the best plays of the game, which the Steamers and the Blues, meanwhile, will have some plays that are
Oh,
not.
stays up.
Ooh!
He's still going. Elijah Moore, first down at the 45.
Wow, he just choked that tackle like none, bro. He said, "Nope, I'm not going down." Look at
So take a
this.
look at this. It's supposed to
Nope.
be what is
Meow.
only just about a first down here, and then
Took
he
two people to
shakes off the
stop him.
tackle and ends up going clear to the other team's 45. So pretty impressive right there out of the veteran, and that pass is dropped.
Oh.
Really thought he had that. David Njoku, and man, he's a superstar. You expect those kinds of guys to have
One
a
of the
game
best
like
tight ends
that.
in the league.
2nd and 10,
Oh,
and Winston
Winston.
looking to throw, and it's not going anywhere but back. Okarek putting him down, and it'll be 3rd and 13 here for the Tigers. So a huge play gonna need to be made here. Winston
Winston
going
sack.
down. Sack.
And
That's
for
the
no loss
second
of
sack
yards.
of the game. No lost yardage, as he did only get him at the line of scrimmage, and we'll reach a 2-minute warning where the Tigers sit down by 6. So 4th and 13. The kick is going to be angled pretty well. They'll say it's going to be out at the 12-yard line. So the Dreadknots are going to be placed inside their own 15 to start off the 2-minute warning. They would certainly love to make this a 2-possession game heading into halftime. So we'll see how that
Man in
goes for him.
motion.
Locke looking to throw. He's got a man, and Denzel Ward getting there very quickly to prevent first down. 2nd and 3 at the 19 now. Locke. We'll see what he can do here.
Here we go. 7 seconds left
Draining
on the play
clock
clock.
here.
Just keeps going down.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Looking to
Oh,
throw.
there we go.
Locke fires. It's caught. Tight end. And it'll be a 31-yard gain. Johnson with a first down and a timeout taken by the Dreadknots here as they've covered that portion of the field. Still 6-0, but the Dreadknots looking to go down and score here. And it's been made very apparent. Locke throwing down the field, and it's caught. Another
Wide
catch
open.
by his tight end. 1st and 10, Dreadknots, and Delpit not very happy about that one. That's the man he beat in coverage. And it sets up 1st and 10 at the 49 for the Dreadknots. Time closing off quickly. Miles Garrett, the wrecking ball, getting back there for a 5-yard loss and a sack for the Tigers. I'm telling you, this
Miles
one is
Garrett.
going to be the most defensive game we probably see all year. I mean, just in week 3, it's a bold statement, but I certainly believe it. 2nd and 15, throwing, passes caught, and ooh, just barely missed. And the Dreadnoughts looking to avoid any open field tackles as with 21 seconds left, there are no timeouts remaining. 3rd and 2, lock, pressure, and he'll throw that one out of bounds. 4th and 2 at the 43-yard line. We'll see what they try to do here. Do they go for it, or do they trust their kicker? They'll actually punt it. Very interesting
Wow.
there, but I completely understand the decision after what has been a
Down to
horrible
the
one. And
six
that
yard
is a
line.
big punt right there from the Dreadnoughts, putting them inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. They'll say that's where the spot is. And 1st and 10, Tigers coming up here. We'll say Winston handoff to Jerome Ford, and that should bring us into Ford doesn't look good.
No,
And
he's okay. He's right there.
okay, well,
All right.
halftime 6-0 Dreadnoughts with a lead away inside of Canton. Here's the halftime report.
Halftime 6-0 as the Dreadnoughts are leading as we are looking throughout the league here. See if we'll get some gains popping up. Here we go. Steamers Blues. That was earlier today, 7-6. I was there. The Steamers, yeah, again, just cannot get nothing to roll. Aaron Rodgers, he is second in passing leaders this season so far. Lumberjacks, Shamrocks in Memphis. And that game will be coming out soon. And here we go. We got the Huskies versus the Elks in Oakland. That game will also be coming out very soon. Like, this game has been mainly defensive, but the question is, I think one big play could change the trajectory of this whole entire game. And the second half will begin right now.
Thank you, Vice Storm, and Paris to receive the ball here first. And out. Whoa, my goodness.
Just
What a
got picked
tackle.
up. Just picked up
A
and
lot of
slam.
WWE moves going around to start off, man. This is only the 2nd game we've done, and we've seen so many of those tackles. And here we go,
I think.
handoff. It'll be Tracy Jr. for 3, making it 2nd and 7.
Do you think some of these players played the new WWE 2K25 game and that's why they're doing a bunch of wrestling moves? Like, they
Maybe
probably
that's
just made
why
their own
they're.
characters.
Maybe that is some of the inspiration for these tackles here. As we
Tracy, meanwhile,
yeah, Tracy Jr.
turn 4.
gets stopped, and it'll be 3rd and 4. We'll see what they decide to do here. Motion. They're going to pass, and it's knocked out,
Ooh,
incomplete. Great
incomplete.
job by Jordan Hicks
Jordan
sticking
Hicks.
with the receiver. 4th and 4 now at the 33. A great job also by the defensive line. We've seen that pressure start to build up, and a very deep punt. Oh my goodness.
My goodness, good. Take it around
That
21.
might be the weakest tackle I've seen today, but we'll take a look at
Deshaun
why
Watson's
is
coming out
Deshaun
too with
Watson.
them. Wait a minute, wait a
I
minute.
don't think he knows where he's at. I think he wants to go to the masseuse. So,
He probably
1st and
does.
10, Naeem Hines, and it'll be 5 yards. It looks like Jerome Ford got hurt at the end.
I think he did. And meanwhile, while my
5 wide.
commentary. Oh, wait, there you are. Here we go. Jameis Winston
Winston
throws
throws
incomplete.
incomplete, but hold on, we do have a flag.
And that will be pass interference.
That is a huge save. The linebacker for the
Yard
Dreadnoughts
penalty.
causing the flag to come out. And it's going to be Winston throwing once again. Passes caught, this time by David Njoku. like I said, one of the better receiving tight ends in this league. I'm actually so shocked at how many balls he's dropped today as Naeem Hines will pick up a first down heading into enemy territory at the
I don't
49-yard line.
I don't think Jerome Ford is coming back. Which that's the thing.
Not him or Nick Chubb.
How many running backs do you even think that the Tigers still have? Like that's crazy.
They're at their third string right now. I would say if they have
I'd
to
hope they have a
if
fourth.
they have to put in yeah, if they have to put in anybody, I'd put maybe like a linebacker back there just so you get these guys that have like really big um builds. I'd say put one of those guys back there, see what they can do. And here is 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Jerome Ford back on the field here. They'll pass, and it's going to be caught by David Njoku. First down, Tigers.
Or don't use the running plays like that, but you can't stay in just one dimensional gameplay. You gotta have the running game too going as well. Just to
Exactly
trick the
right.
defense some of the
RPO
times. Or
here,
nice
and Jerry
RPO.
Judy will pick up 4.
Jerry Judy had a good game last week too, as well. So check that out as
He's
well.
been
That was
held in
week
check
two.
here today. I think that's his first completion of the game.
Yeah.
Jerome
Ooh,
Ford
Jerome
coming
Ford.
back from the locker room, and he's got a first down at the 21-yard line.
Welcome back to the field, Jerome Ford.
That was a heavy first down for the Tigers as they're set up now at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone.
Njoku in motion, going
Joku,
past Jerome
play
Ford, I think
action,
there. Yep.
looking to throw.
Oh,
Winston looking to take off himself, and he's going to
and
be
sack
sacked.
buried.
Looks like he had David Njoku waiting for him in the
Really?
backfield. Don't know if he really wanted to throw the screen there. And
Oh,
that's going to
and
be another sack.
buried. Buried.
Pressure building, and down he goes once again. 3rd and 18, Jameis Winston. Oh boy. I don't even know if you can blame the line on this one. 3rd and 18. Looking to throw.
And
Winston
wait a minute,
getting
pressure
out of the
again.
pocket,
Breaks the
throws.
sack.
It's caught.
Caught.
Jerry Judy
Jerry
inside the
Judy.
10. First down. Tigers.
Jerry Judy.
A
But look at,
huge
I'm
completion
hoping this
there.
shows it. Look at this. Winston breaks the sack, or breaks the tackle basically. Caught by Jerry Judy. Gets the first down, gets the first and goal.
I
Very
want
risky.
everybody to realize that was Dexter Lawrence. He just shook a tackle from.
Oh.
That is insane to me. How he shook that off. Handoff to
And
Naeem
Naheem
Hines.
Hines.
Well, he'll get 1. And I guess Jerome Ford is getting limited reps right now. They said it was questionable heading out of the locker room. They let him get a few plays here, and Naeem Hines will be stopped right at the line. So probably gonna have to stop running the ball. They'll have to go to the air here. 3rd and goal at the 7.
Yeah.
Winston, like I said, looking to throw.
Oh. And he's
Very
moving back for
much pressure,
3.
and he goes down. Back to the
Buried in the
21.
backfield.
A
He's buried in the
huge
backfield.
TFL right there. And Aziz Abdullahi is who they're going to give the credit
Oh my
to.
god.
Dexter
Look
Lawrence
at that.
also getting there. See
Oh.
him get in at the last second. And 4th and goal now turns into a field goal. This one going to be
What
from
a
about,
defensive game.
I'll say 37 yards out, maybe 38. Kick is up and good.
At least they get some
Tigers.
points on the board.
Yeah, this one is going to be, wow. It's going to be
The highlights are just going to be nothing
yeah,
but field goals. Like,
this might not even have any highlights. I don't think I
so,
want anybody to
prayers
go
up.
back and do this.
Yeah. Prayers up to me here as I'm going to have to
Go
suffer
through and
watching
sift through a bunch
this.
of field goals. Good night. All right. So 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line here. This is for the Dreadnoughts' first play here. Second drive, of course, as it'll be 2nd and 4 at the 30. Now, it is a 3-point game. I'm sure, again, no one wants to go and get
Oh,
field goals
let's see.
here, and I don't know if Denzel Ward
I think
forced
that was
that with
dropped.
like the actual force or if it was just like
A Star Wars type of stuff.
yeah, no kidding.
Look at
Oh,
this,
there goes
Miles
Miles
Garrett!
Garrett. He goes
Nice!
down. Drew Lock is added to the graveyard.
So many people were already in the graveyard. It was Ryan Tannehill, I can name, Mahomes, I believe, Lamar Jackson, Burrow. You name all these QBs, they got buried. I think even Tom Brady's in the
Tom
graveyard
Brady
too.
is in the graveyard. So a
Yeah,
very impressive resume
I think
from
that's why.
Miles Garrett. He's always got those fun little Halloween ideas. So we'll
Oh
see
yeah,
what he comes up with this year. Of course, we'll have to see what
wait until
he does.
Halloween.
Yeah, in real life. But
Yeah.
here comes Jameis Winston out now for the Tigers. He led them to a field goal and then started taking a bunch of sacks. So we'll see if that trend continues sacks wise, as
Njoku.
Nojoku has been a check down king here today. 2nd and 2. Jameis Winston going under center. He's going to pass out of it. Looking to throw. He's going
Ooh.
sideline, incomplete.
That was probably the best solution for Jameis Winston instead of running out of the pocket like a crazy man.
For sure. 3rd and 2.
Hey man.
And last play of the third quarter. Naeem Hines is trampled in the
Wow.
backfield. And that
He's
will be the end of quarter 3. 6-3. The Tigers
oh
finally getting
oh
themselves
dear.
a little bit more here. Obviously, again, the highlights are going to be miserable, but
As a highlight manager,
of
please
course,
score a
well,
touchdown.
hold on a second, because this might not be as bad. I mean, you got the good defensive plays this game that you can always go
Yeah.
to.
I can always add some of those there.
Defensive showdown here today for sure. As a lucky fan, I believe, just caught that ball in in the
And
zoo back
he
there.
is celebrating. Look how happy he is.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 here. They look like they're in man, the Tigers are, as Drew Lock goes under center, throws, and it's caught. And wow, that was
Gain
a
of 4.
weird animation there. I don't think I've seen that one yet. 2nd and 6 at the 24 now. So they'll be looking,
Man in motion.
oh, man in motion. Faking the handoff. Miles Garrett getting back there once again for his third sack of the game. Wow. 3rd and 13 now, and a 4-and-out likely for the Dreadnoughts. Hopefully, Canton can capitalize on it if they do get it, and they will with a drop. Great coverage nonetheless. Robinson, the one to drop it, as it'll be 4th and 13 at the 17-yard line. They'll kick this one from about the 6, and this one traveling very well. Very good punter on the other side of that field there. And a nice little return will get him to the 28-yard line. Here is 1st and 10 for the Tigers. So now looking to throw. Winston steps up. He's going to run, and he'll slide for a gain of 4. So not a very eventful run there. 2nd and 6. Now Canton looking to throw.
Oh.
Winston throws.
Whoa.
He's got Tillman. First down past the 50-yard line to the 49.
Wow. Look at this edge rusher right here. He falls over and then he gets back up trying to get to James Winston. That is honestly crazy. I don't know if you saw that though.
Oh, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was just waiting for someone to say something. 1st and 10.
Here we
Empty
go.
set here for Winston,
Oh,
and he's going to go down.
buried! Buried in the backfield by number 58.
2nd and 19 now. They were just on a good run there. They were in enemy territory, now backed up 8 yards into their own. And uh-oh, look at that line. Dexter Lawrence
Oh no.
looking to throw. He's got Elijah Moore, Jameis Winston to Elijah Moore. It'll be a 3rd and 13 shot here.
Imagine this is your
3rd
final
and long.
score. I'd be mad off if I was a Tigers fan here. Anyways,
For
3rd and
certain,
13.
Winston goes down.
Buried!
7 sacks for Paris today. 4th and 25, certainly a punting situation. Elijah Chapman is going to pick up a sack here. Oh my goodness. That was a crazy turn of events there. They've been able to get the ball off only slightly, like very little movements down the field, as we'll get 1st and 10 here at the 20-yard line after the touchback. So, Drew Lock looking to lead his team down the field, and it'd be a very comfortable lead if they can just get another score here, and this defense will not allow it. They are a very good defense when it comes to points scored. Last week they didn't exactly show that, but of course they can be when they want it. And there is a nice tight end catch and run to get to the 43. 1st and 10 for the Dreadknots. And now they have a chance to extend their lead, which would possibly close out this game. Tracy Jr. on a run, and he'll get 1st and 10. A 10-plus yard run there for Tracy Jr. as he goes into enemy territory, and Paris looking to capitalize off of this enemy territory run here, and Tracy Jr. gonna pick up 3. And problems on the offensive line. We'll see if he gets back in the game. Number 74. Remember that. Number 74 for the Dreadknots goes down. 2nd and 7. 39-yard line. Handoff to Tracy Jr. and he'll get 3rd and 4 here as JOK takes him down. So 3rd and short. Paris looking to throw. Passes caught on the sideline. 1st down at the 20. That is Robinson making up for his mistake earlier on today. And wow, what a way to do it. So 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 1st down, Dreadknots. Of course, they're in the red zone, and a false start will set them outside of the red zone now. And with a couple of good punctures in that O-line, that's going to become a problem. 1st and 15. Faking the jet. Handoff. Junior will get 4. So almost getting all of it back, and 63 is now out. That was Kubas? It looked like. We'll get the stats on him after this game. 2nd and 11. Now, Lock. Going end zone! Nearly picked off! Very hard throw to make, and the Tigers certainly weren't allowing it. 3rd and 11. They'd be able to get another field goal, if nothing at all. Garrett throwing, caught, 1st down, stays on his feet. And it's going to be first and goal at the 8-yard line. So they get inside the 10 with that throw. A very high pressure situation there for Paris, and they could close off this game ultimately right now. And a handoff will do it. Touchdown, Tracy Jr. And the Dreadknots might just have their first win of the season. Coming up here, and the undefeated run, if you can call it that, by the Tigers might just be finished here. Tyrone Tracy Jr. has been absolutely unstoppable on this drive, and they're certainly looking to get the ball to him more often because that was crazy. Dreadnought scoring summary. It was a doozy. I didn't even get to read it, but we'll see a return here for the Tigers. Get to the 27, and Jerome Ford coming back out. So we haven't seen him in a while. They've certainly missed him, as it hasn't been as good a day as they would hope. But with some of these drives coming and going, you certainly want someone who's competent in the backfield. Nick Chubb most likely out for this entire game, and a hit on Ford will make it 2nd and 10 for the Dreadnoughts. So look at Jerry Jeudy at the top of the screen. You're going to want to get to that playmaker here soon, and it's a sack. About the 8th or 9th today.
Alright,
3rd and
I'm back
21.
and finally someone scored a touchdown. Holy crap.
Jameis Winston
Oh,
looking,
Winston.
throwing, and wow.
Incomplete.
That might just do it for the game.
By the way, guys,
Absolutely unbelievable.
from the time my partner's recording this, I just got done with a highlight. Lumberjacks and Riverhogs Week 2. Highlights are coming up here in just maybe a few moments here.
Deep throw down the field, and
No,
Jerry Jeudy just a little late
no,
getting to it.
no, that's
That will
Elijah Moore.
certainly
That
do
was
it
Elijah Moore
now.
there, bro. Oh wow.
Oh, man. Yeah, Elijah Moore. My bad. Elijah Moore nearly had that. Oh, my goodness. What a letdown for the Tigers. They look to continue their undefeated streak once again, if you can call it that. And it just did not work out. They get this touchdown here, it definitely seals off this game. I mean, if it's not already sealed here, I don't know what will seal it. Hand off to Tracy Jr. That'll be a
3rd and 6.
yard for the loss. Thornhill on to make it 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 here at 12. And we'll have a 2-minute warning. And notice that 13-3 at the 2-minute warning. The Dreadnoughts in a position to score to officially seal this game. 3rd and 6. Lock. Throwing end zone. Touchdown.
God.
Paris.
There we go.
And the Dreadnoughts scorer Darius Slayton getting into the end zone. And they will have their first win of the season against, well, what was deeply considered an undefeated team here in week 2.
Wow. So their record's about to look like 1-1-1. A lot
Yeah,
of
it seems,
ones.
yeah, triple ones here for the Canton Tigers. Certainly expected more against what has seemed to be a lackluster offense so far, and
Oh,
that is ooh,
that's a WWE moves, bro.
that's the tackles that will cause discussions, if you know what I mean, on the field. You start talking with your hands, if you get what I'm saying. Boom, boom. Jameis
Anyways,
Winston
here's
under center,
James
looking to
Winston.
throw, and he's going to get this one to the sideline. David
Njoku.
Njoku's got a first down. All he had to do was turn his body, he did exactly as told, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 35. Winston throwing deep down the field,
Ooh,
and it's going
wait,
to be
no,
incomplete.
incomplete. In double coverage too, right there.
Yeah, they nearly had that one caught. I don't know where all these shots were earlier, but it'd be pretty garbage time here to try and get a touchdown. Winston throwing, yep, and
Out of
we have a
bounds.
quarterback glitch.
He's just over here not trying to
He's not
scramble for at least a few
he's not got
yards.
the head in the game, I guess you could say.
I don't think
Winston
he has that new software update yet.
throwing and incomplete. Heading towards the sideline, Newbin nearly intercepting that one. So another lousy 4th down attempt coming up here. Empty set for Winston looking to throw. He can't get it
And
off, and he's
buried in the
sacked.
backfield.
9th
9
sack
sacks for the
today.
day. So
McFadden with
that's
multiple
13
sacks
sacks in
today.
total for the
Look
whole
at this.
game.
I think this is your
Look
problem.
at
A bunch of guys are just getting overwhelmed at the line, and this defense ultimately what brought them down, an underlooked defense at that, as these Dreadknots,
that. I just
I
run a
did not
blackout.
expect it.
Seal the deal.
Yep,
Yep, there you go.
that's what they're doing.
And I
So we
even
got a little bit of
Canton's
time to
gonna
talk
try to
about
take a
this game
timeout.
before it's over. Under a minute here, and the running
13
game,
sacks today.
yeah,
13, mind
per
you.
poor person, per person,
Last time,
not poor
yeah, I'm a
person.
bad break.
There is a poor
Right.
person
Ooh,
in this entire
I
thing, but
I am about
yeah,
to break the real life wall barrier from in game. The last time I seen 9 sacks in the game was Bengals Titans game in 2021 playoffs when the Titans had number one seed. I cried after that. Anyways, and running handoff
triple
down to the
zeros
11
as
and triple
Tyrone
zeros
Tracy Jr. will end off
as
our game 20-3. The
and
Tigers
Canton will
taking their
have triple
first
ones.
loss, triple ones in the
Yep, like
loss
triple
column
zeros.
this time, and
Look at
definitely going to
this.
have some words after this.
My
Sacks
goodness.
taken all around by Jameis Winston, a run
This
in by
offense.
Tracy Jr.,
This
and the
defense did not bad.
Winston-led Tigers just could not do anything in this matchup, it seemed.
Maybe put in different QB maybe next game.
I don't
Hopefully
know.
they might consider that
Maybe.
maybe.
Drew Lock
Oh,
ends the day off a touchdown, 193 yards, 59.3 completion percentage. Jameis Winston, no touchdowns along with this entire offense, 134 yards, 59.3 the completion percentage. And yeah, INTs just continue to be a problem for Jameis Winston. As we'll take a look at the player stats here today. Drew Lock, no INTs. Winston with one. So that's kind of the difference between success and non-success in this matchup here. Tyrone Tracy ends off the day with 27 rushing attempts and 91 yards. 3.3 on the average, a touchdown for him. And Naeem Hines, obviously no touchdowns. Again, that's what's happened with this entire offense. 7 attempts, 22 on the ground. Jerome Ford, 5 for 16, 3.2. And Nick Chubb, oh, you'll hate to see that little IR symbol on him. And it'll be 4 attempts, 20 yards, 5 yards on average. They would have loved to have him late in this game. And Jameis Winston, of course, taking off for that 4-yard gain. Receiving wise, David Njoku, 50 yards, 8 receptions. He leads the team in the receptions today. Of course, only averaging about 6.2. No touchdowns. obviously. Um, 9 rack yards. His average was 1.1. One drop today. 10. A 10-yard strike was his longest. We look at Darius Slayton. He had 6 receptions for 67, 11.1 average, 1 touchdown, which would obviously seal it at the end of this game. 16 rack yards. His average was 2.6, 2 drops, and 16 on the longest reception there. Theo Johnson recording no touchdowns, 32 yards, 4 receptions. And from this point on, I think we're just going to look at who's injured because these stats get really boring when you look at everything here. Oh, hold on. Greg Van Rotten might be on the IR list next week. Take a look at that. Juan Thornhill actually leading the solo tackles today. In total, though, Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa had 14 today, which, mind you, in 2 weeks, that's what he built brick for brick, bar for bar. As Denzel Ward, well, he didn't get what he liked, but, I mean, nobody did. Looking at this defensive spotlight here, trying to see nothing. Okay. And then kicking, punting, kick return, punt return. That's all that she wrote. So, the,
So, what a interesting game, kinda.
yeah, 20-3, the Dreadnoughts defense get them the win, and we'll be signing out here from Canton, Ohio. This one probably not going to go in the Hall of Fame, to be honest with you. See you later, YouTube.